Well, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to the Engine House. I am your host, Gandy Dancer. Uh, I did a video on painting this. You saw it when it was primed. Video turned into a 2-hour nightmare, so we're gonna skip the painting part. I still have some more stuff to do to this, detail-wise, and of course I have this one. Anyway, I had talked about the flocking in the other video and what I had done. And when I came back downstairs to my little workshop here, I discovered that all the yellow leaves I had ground up turned brown. So I chopped them a little finer. I used some of this tacky glue, put it on here, put the leaves parts on, as you can see, and then of course I added fall colors, so it still looks like leaves. So basically the thing is to do the best you can with whatever you have. I'm going to keep experimenting with it, so we'll see what happens. I have a couple of things here today to show. One of the things, let me move this out of the way here. You can see I've got a little buddy here hanging out, a moose friend. I do miss the moose out west, and our house has a lot of moose involved today, all days. Anyway, I have built some shelving for under the layout. I will go into that here in a little bit. What I currently have on the right now, I have an unboxing. I've cut it already open. My son said, "Dad, here's some money. Buy your grandson some train stuff," because he is wanting to get into trains. So I've let him pick out a few things. He's got a diesel locomotive over here. I believe I've shown that in a video. If not, you'll see it here in a few minutes. He's got some other cars that have come in. I have given him one of I have 4 Dreyfuss Hudsons, 2 of the C version C's, and I don't need 2. Okay, and 1 of each is fine. So I gave him the Dreyfuss Hudson that I had, the C version. I've also found a tender for him that's going to need to be repainted. It's in pretty rough shape. He wanted to pick out some cars. There have been a lot of people that have done videos on the Menards trains, the locomotives, as well as the rolling stock. So he saw some rolling stock he really liked, and I ordered it for him. So we're going to do a bit of an unboxing here, and we will see what we see. First off, we have a Starburst belly dump here. We have an M&M's tanker, and I'll be taking them out of this here in a minute. We'll go over them. I've heard mixed reviews. Overall, to get into the hobby cheaply, these are the way to go. But I have seen some mixed reviews. We have a double mint box car here. I think that's actually quite nice. And these two have probably my favorites are the M&M's box car here as well. We're going to set this over here somewhere out of the way, and we are going to start opening some of this up and checking them out. Okay, we'll start with the M&M's box car. Whoops, we don't want to put that in. We want to go over this and let's set these aside and let's check this out. Okay, the door's open. Paint job's quite nice. It's got a little weight to it, really. I mean, it's not extremely heavy. The details on it are fairly good for the kind of money that you spend on these. The trucks all seem good. They're quite metal wheels. And it's got a little detail work down here. Overall, I have to say, I've heard some people say some of these are kind of hit and miss. There'll be some little minor paint job mess up, or there'll be the trucks are off a bit or something. But overall, I'm seeing this is actually pretty good. No complaints. So there is the first of 4. I'll set this aside. I'll be keeping the plastic these came in, and putting them with my Lionel stuff. And we will now go for the M&M's tanker. Let's check this out. This is a little lighter weight than the boxcar, but it's still not too shabby. Yeah, overall, again, for the money, I think these are like, I think you can get them for like $20 or so a piece, or, you know, $25 or something a piece. You can see this came off of here on this side, so this will need a touch of glue on it. I'll be taking care of that before we put it on the layout to run it. But for the money that you pay for these, and I forgot what this came as a set. I'd have to look it up again, but it wasn't that bad as compared to Lionel or one of the other on brands. For Menards, and for a cheap way to get into the hobby, I'm actually quite impressed. I think my grandson will be quite happy with that. So there is the tanker, and now let's. If I had a little bit of a presence of mind today, I would have broke out my X-Acto knives, but it's been a long day, and I finished a few things down here today, and I'm a little bit worn out. We'll go into that here in a minute. This is the hopper. I think this also could have been a covered hopper. I do believe they have a covered hopper. The picture we saw, this was full of Starburst candies, which my grandson will probably want to fill it with those same candies, and we'll probably end up doing that. Overall, once again, the detail's not too bad. The sticker here, okay. Yeah, overall, I'm kind of impressed. Let me look at this one here. Okay, I see how those work. I was wondering exactly this one. I'm not exactly sure how the couplers open. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not sure how that's supposed to. I'll have to figure that out. There's something here, these couplers, this has a plate of some sort here, and this has this here that you will pull, and I'm sure it's probably would work on a magnetic Lionel magnet. Oh, there we go. Okay, I figured it out. There we are. You pull that up, and it uncouples. So it's probably quite similar to the Lionel uncouplers, the coil couplers that I have on some of the post-war stuff. That's kind of what that looks like. I'm going to see if I can get my post-war. I got to find where that uncoupler is, and see if it works for starters. And then if it does, I'll see if it works on this. somewhere here in the wife's dad's set that I have. There is an uncoupler with the controls, and if I ever get a chance to actually get the layout, the trains on the layout. Oh, and here we have the issue right off the bat here. We have a truck that came off. Okay, we are going to have to see what the deal is with that. Interesting. I don't happen to have my reading glasses with me, but I do believe, so I'm gonna have to take this apart and see how those shouldn't be that hard to fix, I wouldn't think. I'm pretty sure I can take care of that. That is, so far, that is the only thing I have seen on these that gives me a bit of pause here. And of course the doors open on them. Everything else looks good. There's 4 screws to pull those out, and I will see, it looks to me like that is a rivet of some sort, and it looks like it did not get attached like it should have. And again, I will have to, I see kind of how that goes together. Okay, well, the trucks come apart easy enough as well. There's some tiny Phillips screws. I don't know if it's going to be that easy to see. There are some tiny Phillips screws here. So this truck can come apart pretty easily, and this can be repaired. One of the things I can do is repair that. And since I don't have the track laid yet, so my grandson isn't exactly going to be in any rush to play with these. But, I mean, again, for the money, what we're looking at here, it's overall, I'm going to say it's a pretty good bargain for what it is. You know, to get in, again, to get into the hobby on the cheap, this is probably a good way to go right here. And I've seen other people, they've had issues with some of them. This, again, right here, I'm noticing this isn't clipped in right here. There, now it's clipped in. Okay, that one's done. The other one has to be, you know, it's missing a little touch of glue on the handrail there. This one right here, I'm not seeing anything really overall wrong with it. This is out of the 4 of them, this is the one that's in the right there. This one's actually feels a little heavier than this, but of course this one's missing a truck right now. So, but again, it's an easy fix. My grandson isn't going to be playing with them anytime soon. And again, for the money, this is an easy and a cheap way to get into the hobby. And being somebody new to the hobby, you know, if you're a little handy, this is the kind of stuff that can be fixed. You know, if you're wanting Lionel or something, you can plan on spending probably twice as much on a boxcar. And things happen, you know. I buy a lot of my stuff as post-war. A lot of it needs repairs, You know, it's old, it's been played with. So I expect to do repairs on stuff. And again, overall, for the money, this isn't bad. And this is an easy fix. It will go with the repair stuff, and it'll be fixed really soon. Now, as I said, I have a couple of other things here. It's been a busy week so far. I did paint that, and it was, like I said, that was a 2-hour video turned into it. It was just a nightmare. I don't know how some of these guys do it in a half an hour. I mean, I know they speed a lot of stuff up and they cut a lot of stuff. I'll have to figure it out. You know, trying to show everything in detail really isn't going to work. But let me, you can see, and I still have some things here. This is going to be flocking on there, and as well as down around this barrel here, there's going to be some leaves and whatnot, and there still has to be a little bit of weathering going on here. But you can see what it looks like now, and there'll be a picture in the corner of what it looked like before I started. I don't know if I showed that in a video. I believe you showed, there were some that where it was primed, but you know, I don't know if there was one where this was actually prior to priming it. Maybe, but we'll put a picture in the corner of the video so you can see the kind of the before and after. And this really isn't the after per se. There is still some weathering I want to do to it. Now, again, I have this one still left. This is going to get painted here soon. Among other things, one of the other things I am is a writer as well as a hobbyist and work on this stuff. And I do have a writer's workshop coming up. So I thought retirement would be a lot slower, and it isn't really. A couple other things. Let me reach around here and pick these up, and we'll show these as well. And this is Ned's shed from Frenchman River. It's a quite the nice little kit. It's going to be something on my layout. This is from Frenchman River. This came the other day. It's a resin kit, and pretty simple instructions. It'll be somewhere on the layout, a shed or a fishing shack or something on the layout. Frenchman River Model Works. Take a look at them. I'm pretty impressed with that overall. This is one of mine. It will be somewhere. This is because my grandson has the milk car, Lionel post-war milk car, and I don't think I've shot a video of showing what he has yet. I think I might have. We found the milk platform, and again, there's a piece of track that goes here with a control, and when the box car, the milk car, is sitting here, you push the button and the milkman boots out the milk jugs, the old-fashioned, and these just came in the mail today, the old-fashioned magnetic milk cans. I haven't even taken them out of the package. I'm not going to yet. I have to make sure the milkman and everything in the milk car works before we'll try these. But in the meantime, we have this. For now, this will probably end up somewhere on my layout while my grandson is before he gets to start his own. And so we'll have some fun with it. It needs a good cleaning. Don't know yet if I'm going to repaint it or just leave it as is. It's going to be up to my grandson what he wants to do. If he wants to repaint some of this, he's going to learn how to take it down to bare metal and we will repaint it. That is one of the things that arrived here recently. Again, my son is like, Dad, here's some money. Whatever he wants, we need to get it. And we have two of these Plasticville kits. They are the same kit. It is the log cabin, which is this kit way down here. Okay. My grandson liked it. I kind of liked it. So my son actually ordered these and had them sent here. I'm not sure where I'm going to put the one for my layout and what we're going to do, where we're going to put them. But we have some Plasticville log cabins now, and I believe there's some corral that comes with this as well. I hadn't even taken the plastic off. My son made me promise I wouldn't even start on these until my grandson was here to help me. So there we are. They're going to be put aside, and I'm going to wait until he's here. And again, it'll probably be next summer before he gets up here for the summer. I'm going to try to snag him for the entire summer and get him here. Anyway, on to what I have been working on. And you're going to follow me around here and just hang on 1 minute and we will resume. Okay, well, one of the things is I have had, it's a total disaster up here. I've got stuff, I got track over there. I've got some track started, so I kind of knew where to run it. I've been working with the homemade Sculpt-A-Mold. I wanted to see how well it worked, and as you can see, I'll be shooting a video later on it as I start on the mountains here. But one of the things I needed to do before I could start on the mountains is remove this here. And I just need to lay it down. But I had all these trains in the way and everything. So what I have been doing is I have been building shelving. Let's back up and you can get a good look at this. This is all of my locomotives and the rolling stock I currently have is here, okay, in this one. This is some more. These are the two version A and version B Hudsons. A crane. This is my grandson's crane now. And a couple of work cabooses that go with it, and some passenger cars I need to repaint the roofs on. And of course there's a whistle tender there that I fixed once, and when I put it on the tracks here and put power, it would not stop whistling. So I know something shorted out. So it's there. This is the repair shop where things go waiting to be repaired. So this box car will be going there and I'll be repairing it. This over here is my grandson's. There is the Hudson Dreyfuss. I gave him version C with the tender that needs to be, if this thing will decide to focus, there we go. He has a log car there, you can see off to the right, but no logs. We need to find him some. They're, not going to go to Lionel and order them. We'll just get some dowels. We've bought the stakes. It came without the stakes. Those were easy enough. Got him a main box car. And there, down there on the lower shelf is the milk car. And that's the one I'm going to be seeing if the milkman and whatnot still works. I'll be taking that apart, cleaning it all up, and making sure things work. And of course, he has a Boston and Maine diesel electric. Don't ask me what kind it is. I am not a diesel electric guy. It is one of the older styles, of course, from the early days of, somebody here would bound to know. It's from the early days of the diesel electrics. Here we go. The A unit and the B unit. Okay. I know these have a designation, but I, for the life of me, do not know much about it. These need a little bit of touch up. And again, my grandson will be learning how to do that. This Hudson does run. I've had it on the track. but it's going to get cleaned, and that's something my grandson will be learning. And as you can see, here is the tender, and you can see the top as well as it's gone. So these are things we're going to be taking care of when he's here. We're going to be stripping these down to bare metal. He's going to be learning how to do that and how to paint and how to put the decals, the new letter decals on the sides. Okay, so now this is what I've been working on, is these shelving units. And then of course I've closed in underneath here. I haven't painted any of those yet. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna. I left me a spot over here where I can pull out there's a screw holding that one. I left so I can pull that out and get underneath there to get back to my where this area is over there. And I even went so far as to put doors over those. Had a problem with cats under there, so I decided it needed boxed off to keep the cats out from underneath. And I needed the shelves. So now, of course, I have to move these, which is easy. I can put all of these over here out of the way, and I can then put this down without fear of damaging some of my antique stuff. And I can start on these. Okay. So this is going to be the next video, is doing the Sculpt-A-Mold. I'll show how I make it, and I'll put a link to the guy that initially who I watched to learn how to make it the way he does, and it's actually pretty good. It works really well. Like I said, I gave it a try first. This is going to be a river here, and there's marks there for this bridge, and I'll be cutting out a little bit to set it down in just slightly. And there's here marks for that covered bridge. There'll be a road coming through here, and then right here, this is an island, and then right there will be this bridge, and there will be a river here. These will come up a little bit, and anyway, there'll be a river here. I'll be making a river, figuring out how to do one I've never tried before. This Sculpt-A-Mold idea is really pretty simple. I wanted a rough looking riverbed, and this will be painted, and then there'll be some real sand and stones thrown in here and there, and waterfall over there I got to learn how to make. That's going to be fun. So I wanted to give that Sculpt-A-Mold a try before I shot a video on it to make sure I understood exactly how it worked, and now I do. So we can go ahead and get started on that. And first off, I've got to clean this all off again and get my work area cleaned up. As you can see, I have some more leaves. I actually went to the landfill today to take some brush in, and somebody had cut down a maple. And again, I'm going to experiment. I'm thinking I might spray these with some dull coat first, and then grind them up and see if the color stays put. If it does, fantastic. If it doesn't, I can go ahead and do this with it. I like the looks of it just as much. And this, of course, will go right here. And I'll be cutting into this a little bit and sinking this down in, so that won't be up, and then I'll still have a road going up and coming down. Anyway, that's all for today, and I hope you enjoy a little unboxing. And again, I would, again, getting into the hobby cheaply, this is the way to go. If you want brand new stuff, and you can't afford Lionel or one of the other major brands, Menards is relatively inexpensive for what you get. And will it roll? I'm sure this will roll just fine behind my locomotives, just like anything else. And with the exception of the double mint boxcar, everything else is pretty well minor. And I will have that boxcar fixed in no time, so not a big deal. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, like, leave a comment, subscribe, please. It helps. Every little bit helps. All right? Have a great day, and bye for now.